Hello everyone, welcome to Assamese Digital. আজি আমি এইটো ভিডিঅ'ত তোমালোকৰ ক্লাছ 7 ৰ ইংলিছৰ যে লেসন নম্বৰ তোমালোকৰ 6 আছে ধুনুস গিটাৰ এই যে লেসন আছে তোমালোকৰ এই লেসনটো আজি আমি ৰিডিং কৰো মানে পঢ়ো ঠিক আছে আমি একেলগে পঢ়ি যাম খুব লাহে মই পঢ়ি যাম আৰু আমি তোমালোকে মোৰ লগে পঢ়ি যাম আমি লগে পঢ়িম আৰু তোমালোকৰ এই লেসন বিলাক তোমালোকৰ ক্লাছ 7 ৰ ইংলিছৰ তোমালোকৰ সকলো বিলাক লেসনৰ ওপৰত যে তোমাৰ প্ৰশ্ন উত্তৰ ভিডিও আৰু অসমীয়াত সুন্দৰকৈ বুজোৱা অলৰেডি দিয়া আছে তোমালোকে যদি হেবিলাক ভিডিও চোৱা নাই বা এইটো ভিডিওৰ প্ৰশ্ন উত্তৰ ভিডিও বা অসমীয়াত বুজোৱা ভিডিও তোমালোকে চোৱা নাই যে তাৰ লিংক এইটো ভিডিওৰ ডেসক্ৰিপচন দিয়া থাকিব তাত গৈ তোমালোকে চাব পাৰিবা ঠিক আছে এতিয়া আজি আমি এইটো লেসন আমি কি কৰিম ৰিডিং কৰিম পঢ়িম কাৰণ পঢ়াটো আমি ৰিডিং কৰাটো খুব ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট হয় আমি পঢ়িব পাৰিলেহে ভালকৈ বুজিব পাৰিম হয়নে ভালকৈ আমি শুদ্ধকৈ উচ্চাৰণ কৰি ভালকৈ পঢ়িম আৰু কি কৰিম তোমালোকে মোৰ লগে পঢ়ি যাবা বাৰু এতিয়া ধুনুস গিটাৰ ইয়াত তোমালোকে এইবিলাক দিছে আমি এইবিলাকৰ ওপৰত সুন্দৰকৈ যেটো আমাৰ অসমীয়াত আলোচনা কৰা ভিডিও আছিলে তাত আমি আলোচনা কৰিছো গতিকে আমি এইখিনিতে আলোচনা কৰি থাকো মেন যেটো আমাৰ লেসন আছে তোমালোকৰ এই লেসনটো এতিয়া আমি পঢ়ি যাম ঠিক আছে ইয়াত দি আছে চোৱা এতিয়া আমি আৰম্ভ কৰো ঠিক আছে let us read about a young girl called Dhunu who wanted to be a musician. ইয়াৰ পৰা আমি এতিয়া আৰম্ভ কৰিছো ঠিক আছে মই লাহে লাহে পঢ়ি গৈ আছো আমি একেলগে পঢ়ো ঠিক আছে তোমালোকে ভিডিওটো চাই আছা নহয় এতিয়া তোমালোকে ভিডিও চাইও যোৱা আৰু লগে মোৰ লগে পঢ়ি যাবা আমি এটা ৰিডিং ৰিভিজন কৰা হ'ব তোমালোকৰ উচ্চাৰণবিলাকো ভাল হ'ব ঠিক আছে let us read about a young girl called Dhunu who wanted to be a musician ঠিক আছে তোমালোক পঢ়ি গৈছা নে আমি লগে পঢ়ি যাও একেলগে a rock star Dhunu is the name given to this young girl from Kalardia village কি হয় Kalardia village near Soigao in Kamrup district of Assam by celebrated Assamese filmmaker Rima Das আমি লেসনটো আমি কি ভিডিওটোত আমি কি কৰিম অকল পঢ়ি যাম ঠিক আছে আমি কৈছো তোমালোক অলৰেডি যে অসমীয়া সুন্দৰকৈ আমি প্ৰতিটো লাইন বাই লাইন প্ৰতিটো আমি সুন্দৰকৈ আলোচনা কৰা অসমীয়া আলোচনা কৰা ভিডিও অৰ্থবিলাক কোৱা ভিডিও দিয়া আছে তাৰ ভিডিও এইটো ভিডিওত ডেসক্ৰিপচন দিয়া থাকিব তাত গৈ তোমালোকে হেতু ভিডিও চোৱা নাই যে চাব পাৰিবা we know of Dhunu and her dreams from Rima Das movie Village Rockstars which won several prestigious prizes including the Swarna Kamal Award for Best Feature Film in 2017 at the 65th National Film Awards 2018 Village Rockstars was also India's official entry in the Best Foreign Film category at the 91st Academy Awards Oscars and was much appreciated, even though it did not win an Oscar. Next paragraph. Dhunu is a 10-year-old girl who lives with her mother and elder brother Manobendra. Her father died some time ago, and they are quite poor. Dhunu's mother tries to make a living by selling snakes at local events, and Dhunu helps her when she is not at school. পঢ়ি গৈছা নে তোমালোকে? ঠিক আছে, আমি একেলগে পঢ়ি যাওঁ। ঠিক আছে, তোমালোকে ভিডিঅ'টো চাইও আছা, একেলগে আমি পঢ়িও যাওঁ। তোমালোকে ভালকৈ ৰিডিংটো ভাল হ'ব আৰু তোমালোকে উচ্চাৰণবিলাকো ভালকৈ আমি প্ৰনাউন্সিয়েশ্যন ভালকৈ কৰিব পাৰিম, হয়নে? আৰু আজিকালি তোমালোকৰ ৰিডিং কৰাটো খুব ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয়, গম পাইছা? ইংৰাজী তোমালোকে যদি পঢ়িব নোৱাৰা নহয়, নিজে যদি পঢ়িব নোৱাৰা, ভালকৈ বুজিব নোৱাৰা, তেতিয়াহ'লে ওপৰৰ ক্লাছ তোমালোকে 9-10ত পাগৈ আৰু তুমি প্ৰশ্ন উত্তৰবিলাক কৰিবলৈ নোৱাৰিবা। সেইকাৰণে ৰিডিং কৰাটো খুব ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয়। আগতে হয়তো আমি প্ৰশ্ন উত্তৰবিলাক মুখস্থ কৰি আমি কি কৰিব পাৰিছিলোঁ, প্ৰশ্ন উত্তৰ লিখিব পাৰিছিলোঁ, কিন্তু আজিকালি তেনেকুৱা নহয়। আজিকালি তোমালোকৰ যে 10 পাবাগৈ, তাৰ ওপৰৰ ক্লাছবিলাক কি হয়, তোমালোকে পঢ়িব জানিবই লাগিব, ভালকৈ পঢ়িব লাগিব, তাৰ পৰাই প্ৰশ্ন উত্তৰ লিখিব লাগিব, বা লেচনৰ ভিতৰৰ পৰা যিকোনো প্ৰশ্ন আহি যাব পাৰে। গতিকে তোমালোকে লেচনবিলাক পঢ়াটো খুব গুৰুত্ব দিবা। পাইছিলোঁ। তাৰপিছত আছিলে ইয়াত নেক্সট পেৰাগ্ৰাফ আছে কি, ইন হাৰ ফ্ৰী টাইম Dhunu spends her time playing with her pet goat and her friends Rinku, Bolaram, Vishnu and Bhaskar. She loves to climb trees, ride bicycles, swim in the river, and play in the paddy fields with her friends. The women of the village often scold her for not behaving like a girl. Spending time with boys and playing boys games. Next paragraph. But her mother does not stop Dhunu from doing anything she likes, and instead gets angry with the other women. She reminds them that none of them came to help her after her husband's death. She has been doing both a man's job as well as a women's job. Earning money and looking after her children, her animals and her land. পাইছেনে পঢ়িব? ঠিক আছে. One day Dhunu and her friends come upon a group of boys practicing music for a local event. The musicians take no notice of the young children who quietly came into the room and stare at them fascinated by the instruments. Dhunu and her friends touch the instruments with curiosity and surprise. Having never come so close to musicians. Dhunu is specially fascinated by the guitar and later tells her friends that they should form their own band. She and her friends make styrofoam cutouts of guitars and other instruments and pretend to play them on stage. In the rains and in the fields, the trees, clouds, cows, goats and other children become their audience and they begin living their rockstar dreams. পঢ়ি গৈছা? ঠিক আছে, পঢ়ি যাবা। ওকে, তোমালোকে ৰিপিটেডলি পঢ়ি যাও। কিছুমান তোমালোকে হয়তো কি হয়, তোমালোকে এটা পঢ়িছা নতো হয় না, কিছুমান শব্দ ইংৰাজী শব্দ তোমালোকে হয়তো বুজি নাপাব পাৰা। কোন ডাঙৰ কথা নহয়, গম পাইছানে? তোমালোকে আমি জাষ্ট শিকিব এতিয়া পঢ়িছোৱে হয়নে, বুজি নোপোৱাটো কোন ডাঙৰ কথা নহয়। এনেকৈ যে আমি ৰেগুলাৰলি পঢ়ি থাকোঁ, তোমালোকে যেনে পঢ়ি গৈ থাকা এটাকৈ তোমালোকৰ ৱৰ্ডবিলাক মনত আহি যাব। বাই তোমালোকে পঢ়ি দিলে নিজা তোমালোকে নজনাকৈ কি হ'ব, তোমালোকে বুজি পাই গৈ থাকিবা। সেইকাৰণে ৰিডিং খুব কৰিবা। বাৰু এতিয়া নেক্সট পেজ আছে কি, deep inside they know that they can't afford a guitar, but instead of cursing their destiny, they find their happiness by playing with the styrofoam instruments. One day Dhunu asked her mother if she has money in the bank to buy a guitar. When her mother tells her that they would have to sell of Dhunus goat Munu to buy a guitar. Dhunu is shocked. Dhunu is shocked and does not mention it any more. But she finds it impossible to give up her dream of buying a real guitar and starts doing odd jobs around the village to earn and save money. The children's fun is cut short as the monsoon months begin. It starts raining very heavily and soon the village is flooded. Houses come underwater. Houses come underwater. Paddy fields are flooded. Animals die and the villagers can do nothing to save their valuable paddy, their homes and the other little things they own. Even the bridge that the children used to take to go to schools in is destroyed by the flood. ঠিক আছে, নেক্সট আছে এতিয়া Dhunu gets worried that the bamboo post in which she saves money for her guitar may be swept away by the flood. In the days following the floods, however, the guitar is forgotten. She patiently waits for the floods to recede. One evening, Dhunu and her friend Bhaskar go on a boat ride. She quietly tells him that if the embankment had been there a few years ago, her father would not have died. She fears that if the embankment gives away, the whole village will drown. One day, after the flood have finally gone, Dhunu's mother spots her sleeping with the styrofoam guitar. Seeing this, she realizes how much Dhunu still longs for a guitar. She wants to fulfill her daughter's dreams and secretly visits a music shop to ask about a cheap guitar. But there she realizes that buying a guitar is still outside her reach. Will Dhunu's mother sell her goat and manage to buy the guitar, or will Dhunu's dreams of having a real guitar always remain a dream? Dhunu and her friends are torn between the magic of dreams and the harshness of reality. But Dhunu believes that if you really want something and work towards it, you can achieve it. Her eyes are bright with the hope that someday she will play a guitar. Her eyes are bright with the hope that someday she will play a guitar. So, elga ami ekele pohilu akorba ami at pohisao lesson tu jate tumalukor ki hoy ami je lesson tu pohi goisu eta lahe pohijar kane ko dari koma ebla thake no kenege ami pohim lesson tu pore kenege actually pohim eta ami ebar pohilam tar bisot ami বেলেগ পঢ়িব পাৰিম ঠিক আছে নে এবাৰ অকণ খৰকে পঢ়িম তোমালোকে মাত্ৰ চাই যাবা আমি কেনেকেনো পঢ়িছো আসলে ক'ত ডাই কমা কিবা থাকে ক'ত কেনেকে ৰখি মিলাই আমি ভালকৈ পঢ়ি যাম তোমালোকে কেৱল মাত্ৰ চাই যোৱা আমি এবাৰ পঢ়ি গৈছো Let us read about a young girl called Dhunu who wanted to be a musician, a rock star. Dhunu is the name given to this young girl from Kalardia village near Soigaon in Kamrup district of Assam by celebrated Assamese filmmaker Rima Das. We know of Dhunu and her dreams from Rima Das movie Village Rockstars, which won several prestigious prizes including the Swarna Kamal Award for Best Feature Film in 2017 and the 65th National Film Awards 2018. Village Rockstars was also India's official entry in the Best Foreign Film category at the 91st Academy Awards Oscars and was much appreciated even though it did not win an Oscar. Dhunu is a 10-year-old girl who lives with her mother and elder brother, Manobendra. Her father died some time ago and they are quite poor. Dhunu's mother tries to make a living by selling snakes at local events, and Dhunu helps her when she is not at school. In her free time, Dhunu spends her time playing with her pet goat and her friends Rinku, Balaram, Vishnu, and Bhaskar. She loves to climb trees, ride bicycles, swim in the river, and play in the paddy fields with her friends. The women of the village often scold her for not behaving like a girl, spending time with boys and playing boys' games. But her mother does not stop Dhunu from doing anything she likes and instead gets angry with the other women. She reminds them that none of them came to help her after her husband's death. She has been doing both a man's job as well as a woman's job, earning money and looking after her children, her animals, and her land. One day, Dhunu and her friends come upon a group of boys practicing music from a local event. The musicians take no notice of the young children, who quietly came into the room and stared at them. Fascinated by the instruments, Dhunu and her friends touched the instruments with curiosity and surprise, behaving never come so close to musician. Dhunu is especially fascinated by the guitar and later tells her friends that they should form their own band. She and her friends make styrofoam cutouts of guitars and other instruments and pretend to play them on stage, in the rains and in the fields. The trees, clouds, cows, goats, and other children become their audience, and they begin living their rockstar dreams. Deep inside, they know that they can't afford a guitar, but instead of cursing their destiny, they find their happiness by playing with the styrofoam instruments. One day, Dhunu asked her mother if she has money in the bank to buy a guitar. When her mother tells her that they would have to sell off Dhunu's goat Munu to buy a guitar, Dhunu is shocked and does not mention it any more. But she finds it impossible to give up her dream of buying a real guitar and starts doing odd jobs around the village to earn and save money. The children's fun is cut short as the monsoon months begin. It starts raining very heavily, and soon the village is flooded. Houses come under water, paddy fields are flooded, animals die, and the villagers can do nothing to save their valuable paddy, their homes, and the other little things they own. Even the bridge that the children used to take to go to schools is destroyed by the flood. Dhunu gets worried that that the bamboo post in which she saves money for her guitar may be swept away by the flood. In the days following the floods, however, the guitar is forgotten. She patiently waits for the floods to recede. One evening, Dhunu and her friend Bhaskar go on a boat ride. She quietly tells him that if the embankment had been there a few years ago, her father wouldn't have died. She fears that if the embankment gives away, the whole village will drown. One day after the floods have finally gone, Dhunu's mother spots her sleeping with the styrofoam guitar. Seeing this, she realizes how much Dhunu still longs for a guitar. She wants to fulfill her daughter's dream and secretly visit a music shop to ask about a cheap guitar. But there she realizes that buying a guitar is still outside her reach. Will Dhunu's mother sell her goat and manage to buy the guitar, or will Dhunu's dreams of having a real guitar always remain a dream? Dhunu and her friends are torn between the magic of dreams and the harshness of reality. But Dhunu believes that if you really want something and work towards it, you can achieve it. Here, sorry, her eyes are bright with the hope that someday she will play a guitar. So, খুব এটা সুন্দৰ লেসন হয় আমি অলৰেডি অসমত কৈছোঁ তোমালোক আলোচনা কৰিছোঁ আৰু তোমালোক দিয়া এই লেসনটো যিবিলাক তোমালোকৰ এক্টিভিটিজ দিয়া আছে প্ৰশ্ন দিয়া আছে সকলোবোৰ উত্তৰবিলাকৰ ওপৰত আৰু যিবিলাক কৰিবলগীয়া আছে সেইবিলাকৰ ওপৰতো আমি আলোচনা কৰিছোঁ আৰু সেইবিলাক সকলো কৰা ভিডিঅ' দিয়া আছে তোমালোকে যে সেইটো ভিডিঅ' চাও সেইবিলাক ভিডিঅ' চাও বিচাৰ নহলে এইটো ভিডিঅ' ডিসক্ৰিপচন চেক কৰি তাত গৈ তোমালোকে সকলোলা চাব পাৰিবা আৰু আজি এই ভিডিঅ'ত তোমালোকৰ ৰিডিঙৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত তোমালোকে যে তোমালোকৰ কিবা হেল্প হৈছে বুলি ভাবিছে নহলে প্লিজ এটা লাইক কৰিবা আৰু তোমালোকৰ বন্ধু বান্ধৱীক শ্বেয়াৰ কৰি দিবা আৰু কোনোবাকে যে চেনেলটো সাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰা নাই নহলে চেনেলটো সাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰি লিবা থ্যাংক ইউ